Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all those around the world. Welcome back to another Pokemon Unite video featuring Gengar coming through the jungle in Master Rank, playing solo queue. You know, the par usual sometimes when I'm playing, making my content, you know what I mean? Now, we're here at a predicament because we know how much I love Gengar, we know how much I love playing this Pokemon. But there comes a point in Pokemon Unite history right now where some Pokemon just fall off way too hard. And no matter your skill level, no matter how good you are as a player, as, you know, said Gengar, or whatever Pokemon that may be, Crustle for instance, Garchomp for instance, these Pokemon need love, they need something, they need buffs, they need something to make them relevant. Now here's the thing. Recently, Gengar got his level up changes, got his abilities a little bit earlier and stuff. They changed Gengar to what he is now. I mean, at the end of the day, Gengar is not as strong as he used to be. For those of you who weren't here playing Pokemon Unite Day 1, you would just literally get Hex Sludge Bomb. Shadow Ball Dream Eater wasn't even a thing. People didn't even think about it, people never played with it very often. It was just Hex Sludge Bomb. You pick up that button, you can literally hit the Hex button and watch TV. You can hit the Hex button and take a shower. It wouldn't matter. Because there was no counterplay to you at that point. You can go 1v5 teams and you would just win. That's literally how Gengar was at the time. Now they nerfed the ability to what it is. They nerfed it a couple times actually. And Gengar is pretty much a shell of his former self at the end of the day. And again, this is coming from somebody who mains Gengar. Don't get me wrong, I'm not going to tell you I got 5,000 games, 2,000 games of Gengar. I mean, I definitely don't have that. And even in the right mindset, when it comes to playing Gengar, for me, I can perform very well with this Pokemon. But the issue is, I think he's hit or miss right now in solo queue. Meaning, in solo queue, you will have your better showings when it comes to Gengar, because people are uncoordinated. You know what I mean? People don't understand how to fight Gengar in a situation. They don't really rotate to objectives. You will catch a lot of people out in solo queue. But when it comes to a 5v5 team stack, I'm not saying Gengar belongs there, but you have a better opportunity to perform well in solo queue environment. Does that make sense? Because in a 5v5 stack, you have your composition generally made up. You know what I mean? And there's not really, Gengar would be fighting for a spot for DPS in that situation. And I think that's a lot harder for him to get into in a 5v5 stack, you know what I mean? Opposed to playing Gengar in solo queue and just trying to have fun, trying to win, trying to get better with the Pokemon. Now, don't get me wrong. Like I said, I'm biased when it comes to Gengar, we all know it. I think he's very solid, but I think they don't know how to balance him. And a lot of content creators have put their opinions out, have made their videos, have made Reddit posts, have did all we can do when it comes to Gengar. We've tried our best, man. And it's interesting because we all know, like, in the Pokemon community, there's a few of us out there. There's a lot of big names, there's a lot of small content creators, there's a lot of people who are just making it in the form of the YouTubes. We've all expressed different opinions on our favorite Pokemon, on Pokemon in general in the game. And it's interesting because when they buff certain Pokemon, they don't nerf others, for instance. And we all know who I'm talking about. You know, Lucario, we got Talonflame, you know what I mean, we got Venusaur. These Pokemon still make a giant impact on the game, whether it's solo queue or in group play. And then you get Pokemon like Crustle, Garchomp, and Gengar, for instance. It's like, where's their love? I feel like those that sit down in the office and play Pokemon Unite are Lucario mains. You know what I'm saying? That's just me, in a nutshell. Like, that Pokemon doesn't get buffs, or doesn't get nerfs enough for him to be like, okay, he's strong, we need to look at him. Instead, it's just like, better nerf Gengar. Better not give Garchomp crits. Better take crits away from Crustle. It's just like, why? But yet, you have a Pokemon like Wigglytuff, for instance. In case you guys don't know, Wigglytuff can crit on all her abilities. Where's Garchomp's at? You know, where's Crustle's? It's interesting to me. But yet, Gengar is in that position where if they touch him slightly, in form of increase his damage overall, I'm afraid it'll break Gengar again. I'm afraid it'll make Gengar where he just deletes everybody on the team, essentially. Which, as an assassin style play, you know, for Pokemon, for instance, you know, that's his goal, right? He wants to be able to delete you, essentially, before you can kill him, right? But, in his defense, Gengar is pretty much just a piece of paper, no matter how you look at it. And I've tried every build choice that you can think about on this Pokemon, besides putting like experience share on Gengar, obviously, or like a float. I've even tried Float Stone. I will go and tell you that, because you got to keep in mind you have a passive ability on Gengar that doesn't matter. It's not as good as Talonflames. It's horrible when it comes to any other. Float Stone gives you a better passive. It's the same thing, but it adds more damage to your basic attacks. I mean, Float Stone is a better item than your passive ability, and they don't see that as an issue. You know, it's weird. But, like I'm saying, like if you go defensive items on Gengar, what happens to you? You lack the damage to assassinate most targets inside team fights. I mean, you have the fact that I get the same question asked to me all the time.
You're in trouble.
How do you win at Zapdos as Gengar? 9 out of 10 versus a Talonflame versus a Lucario versus a competent Greninja, for instance. It's very hard. Like, it's next to none, next to impossible, but you can do it. You know, you can do it. Y'all see me when I play Gengar at Zapdos fights. You guys have played games with me. Y'all know how I can play Gengar. It's just to that point where you put so much time into a Pokemon, and it feels like you don't get very far, opposed of why not just play this one? Just like there's an argument right now going on. You know, it's on the Reddit, it's in the Discords, it's in the community, it's everywhere. Like, why would you spend time on Decidueye, for instance, when you could just play a better Cinderace? You know what I mean? Whereas, I get this man out of the bush. He should instantly just die to me here, to be fair. He presses one button, goes untargetable, and just instantly kills me. That's the only ability he lands. You know what I'm saying? I'm not saying Zeraora was going to win the fight in general, because he missed it originally when he came off the jumpy pad.
Don't give up.
But the issue was Gengar could not survive one ability. He just deleted me in one skill. And you could argue, well, the only thing he was doing is spamming Hex. But how many times did I hit Hex versus how many times did he hit Wall Charge? See what I'm saying? It's interesting, but yet when he Wall Charges, he gets a vulnerability, invincible, you can't target him, nothing. But when I'm teleporting around for that split second, I can still take damage, I can still be crowd controlled. It's crazy. We're gonna dive in though. We're gonna play another game. We're gonna try our best. We're gonna hop into game number 2 because we all know we did not get Zapdos to this fight. Gardevoir instantly got deleted. I'm still dead. Just one of those ordeals where she tried her best. We just didn't get it. We win all the Dreadnought fights. We do great. We get the level ups for the team. We get everyone up to par, ready to fight for Zapdos. We just can't do it. But we're gonna try game number 2 and see how that goes. See you guys in a second. Let's go. Hey guys, how you doing? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon to all those around the world. Welcome back to Pokemon Unite video featuring Gengar in a double jungle, coming through Master Rank, having a good time, trying to have a good time, trying to be positive in solo queue environment. And we all know, you know, I climbed the Masters 3 times in solo queue. And at the end of the day, it's just like, now that we get a community together, now we have groups in Discord, now we get to have fun together, because other people actually want to group up and have fun and play in groups. Nobody wants to play solo queue anymore. Like, you literally play solo queue unless you can't play with anybody else. That's just the way it works. Because at the end of the day, this is a nightmare for everybody. And I don't know why. It is what it is. You know, we get into this game, and what's her face? Serena's all like, I'm taking jungle. Y'all saw what happened. As a Gengar player, for instance, if somebody decides to try to take your jungle, let's say that was Talonflame, for instance, you can't really contest him. He still is your jungle farm. What happens? Gengar does not do well in lane, and in no situation, no scenario, no matter what rank you are, he does not do well in lane. And then you have, don't get me wrong, I'm not saying you can't. It's not ideal. You know what I mean? And then you have this situation where she comes back in the jungle, tries to steal your farm yet again, and again, as Gengar, if you're falling behind, you're not being useful. So why would you purposely try to take Gengar's farm away from him? You know what I mean? I don't get it. But each their own. Masters rank, Ultra rank, Veteran, great. It doesn't matter what rank you are. We will always fall into this predicament. Someone's going to try to take your jungle at the end of the day in solo queue. Because everybody just locks in DPS, but like, I'm going to go jungle, it is what it is. If you call jungle first, common courtesy, right? But I guess that doesn't include in Pokemon Unite. It is what it is. I'm still level 7. We're coming down here. We pushed this bot lane goal in less than 2.5 minutes. I think we did well. We did great. Hoopa surprisingly enough, in solo queue is running the portal, which is fine, right? Only if your team is paying attention to the portals to do the rotations. But how do you think that's going to go throughout this game? What do you think's going to happen? I mean, she took my jungle farm. You know, I'm level 7. I could be level 10 or level 9 by now, because we got all those kills in bot lane. I could be level 9 with my Unite move, but I'm not. I try to get up here and get to this portal right quick, get those rotations off. We do. Where's Mamoswine and Pikachu at? Trying to push the goal instead of rotating down here to get the Dreadnought. Why? Talonflame comes up, and as Talonflame is, he just deletes people. It is what it is. And being Gengar, being a piece of paper, there's not really much I could do in that situation sometimes. Especially, it's not even like I got caught out. No. I'm in the bush. I'm stealthy, hiding, you know? And he's all like, I see Serena. Let's go in. It is what it is. And now she's down here taking my buffs again instead of doing anything relevant. It's just, it's interesting. I mean, obviously we're going to pick it up because Shadow Ball does a lot of damage and I'm from range. It's just, why would you purposely get into the game to just troll it? You know, like you ruin the fun for other 9 players, for instance, who are in that game that you're trolling. Maybe not for the enemy team, especially if they win, but you know what I'm saying. We lose the top lane objective, and I feel like I could have a greater impact on the game if I was sitting here with my levels as Serena actually went to lane. That way people didn't have to struggle in lane and put them behind. But what are you going to do? I'm hopefully coming up here, I'm able to take out this Talonflame. I mean, that is the name of the game, right? I'm hoping I'm able to. Now, whether it happens, we're going to find out. He's got no other abilities. I know he didn't have his Unite move ready to go. Cool. We take down Talonflame. Now we're almost level 11. I see that we could have a free cap here. Why not? It looks like Serena now is doing the Serena things in which most players do when they get frustrated or when they didn't get their jungle, per se. They go AFK. And look, she's going AFK. Great. Cool. So this is probably going to be another loss for us. It is what it is. But at the end of the day, I feel like when I'm playing Gengar, it's like I said, it's hit or miss. And it doesn't matter if it's Gengar, if it's another solo queue jungler. Solo queue just feels rough. But specifically, like I said, when you're playing Gengar, when you're playing from behind, it feels horrible. Even though you're a great Gengar player, your mom's a good Gengar player, your cousin, whoever. You spent time into playing this Pokemon, you know him like the back of your hand. I know how much damage I do, I know what I can do in my rotations. But at the end of the day, you're playing in a team setting where one player on your team can literally just ruin or throw the game. She's AFK, she takes the farm, I miss the levels, the team's not down here for the rotation, you get the Dreadnought, Pikachu's still hanging out in top lane, Serena's still AFK. My tank, which is my Mamoswine, my Hoopa, they didn't come down here. We lose out on Dreadnought. So what happens? What should I do? I shouldn't do this, right? I shouldn't come in here, because as soon as I came in, Hoopa pops the Unite move, and then I'm just like, well dang, now what? Now I'm screwed, essentially. But I mean, we get the kill there, but we're still dead to rights. I'm still was able to outplay it, get the Talonflame. But other than that, Pikachu is still in the top side, by the way. Just hanging out. Doing Pikachu things. Being a mouse in a bush. I mean, what else to do? Serena, look, it's just... Bro, where were you at a minute ago, though? Like, if you wanted to play the game a minute ago, you should have came to the Dreadnought fight originally. But now you just want to go in and intentionally feed for no reason, be dead again for another, I don't know, 4 seconds, instead of getting that AFK penalty. I mean, she's going to get it regardless, I think, at the end of the day, but it's fine. Being level 12 here, I can still outplay these people because I know how much damage I can do, and I know they're not ready for it, because not a lot of players know how to counteract Gengar. I mean, it is what it is. Hex, Sludge Bomb, sure. But just because Dream Eater Shadow Ball is just, you know, instant, what do you do? If he lands the abilities, what do you do? Just like Talonflame. I guarantee he's about to Brave Bird or Unite move here. But I did 2,700 damage to him with the Dream Eater combo. Just one Dream Eater. Like I said, once Gengar gets going, he does a lot of DPS when it comes to single target, right? When you're playing this position, when you're playing Dream Eater Shadow Ball, we all know it. But it takes a team to be coordinated, to rotate, to actually go for objectives, want to be part of these team fights they need to be a part of, instead of going AFK and intentionally throwing the game. Pikachu is still topside. The man's living up there. It's interesting because here, what, 5 seconds, Dreadnought comes up? He's just chilling in the bush? I don't get it. All I want to do is lock down this Talonflame so we have a guaranteed opportunity of getting this Dreadnought. We can't land crowd control here to save our life. Mamoswine has the abilities to do so. He's just auto-attacking. I don't know. I don't know what I missed, what we just watched, but that just happened. Hoopa pops Unite move as he's dying. Why? I don't know.
The final stretch.
You know what I'm saying? If you wanted to go all in, why don't you just go all in at the start instead of, oh man, I'm getting ready to get killed? I don't know. It is what it is. But again, this is coming from a Gengar main. Regardless of how I feel about Gengar, I still love the Pokemon. I just think he needs a lot of love. I don't know whether or not if they change him, what they can do to him. Because like I said, a lot of content creators have put out their thoughts and opinions and try to be realistic about the situation. I don't know, guys. I really don't. I mean, we have new Pokemon coming up. We have nerfs for Pokemon that need to happen, like last month or yesterday, you know what I mean? That aren't coming in. But either way, this has been Flawless Plays. Hopefully you guys can smash that like button. Come tell me I suck. Come tell me I'm horrible at Gengar. It is what it is. I will catch you guys tonight when we sit down, we play our stacks, we play our duos, our trios, or what have you. Standards, have fun. For those of you who actually want to be part of the Discord, the link's in the down there. Just come out, say hi. I will catch you guys in the very next video. I'm gonna head out. Y'all stay safe. See y'all later.